Hello, in this lesson, we'll be looking at budgeted profit and loss statement, which is the last in the series of budgeting in Excel. You'll agree with me that every budget we prepared in this series answers one operational question. But ultimately, management wants to know one thing. And what is that thing? What profit will the business generate? So, in this lesson, we'll be looking at and we're bringing together sales. We'll be bringing together production costs, operating expenses, cash planning to prepare the budgeted profit and loss statement. Right. So this you can see on the screen. If you have not yet gone through the previous lesson, I will advise you to do that after watching this lesson, because this lesson is the last in the series and it wraps up all that we have been looking at in the past previous lessons. Right. So if you have been following, you should have prepared something. As you can see on the screen, you should have something, a replica of this, of what you're seeing on the screen, right? So let's go right into preparing the budgeted profit and loss statement. We've already designed the format, right, so that you won't have to go through it again. We just design the format. So we have our revenue, our cost of goods sold, our gross profit, operational expenses, income, which is our EBIT. Then we have our income after before tax, then the net income. So you can see that most of these items will be getting them, all of these items will be getting them from our previous budget that we have prepared. So there's no assumption in this particular lesson. There is no schedule we are preparing. All we are just doing is that picking figures from all that we have prepared in previous lessons to prepare this particular budget, which answers most of the questions that management look forward to. What profit are we making? Right. So for the revenue, we'll just link them equals to, then you go to, we'll just pick for each of the products. Remember, this is Amaka Global Limited that is into the production of bags, big size, medium size, and small size. So we'll pick the sales. These are the sales revenue. So we'll just pick them. So having referenced this cell, we made it relative because we want to copy downwards and also to the right. So you just copy downwards and you also copy to the right. Then in here you put your sum formula, right? Then enter, then you copy to the right. So here too you put your sum formula to sum the entire period. The same thing, having input that formula, you copy downwards, right? We're good to go. Then here you can also copy this to this and you're good to go. You can copy this and to the right. Good. So this brings us to our total revenue, and that is what we have when we prepared. You can see right when we go up to, you see you have 12,782,500, and this is what we are having here. The same thing, 12,782,500. So the next is the cost of goods sold. So you just link to direct material. Where's our direct material? So you see there's no much work to do. We've done the work previously, so we just be picking our final figures. So these are direct material. Direct material, mind you, these are units of direct material, so always know what you're picking. This is the yard, and this is where we computed the total amount in naira. So we are picking this, right? So what we do, we'll just fill the formula to the right. Good. Then what we'll do here again is to reference our direct labor. Direct labor should be up, so always know. So this is the total direct labor. So we'll pick the total direct labor cost and our manufacturing overhead. Let's go right up. Manufacturing overhead total. So this is total manufacturing overhead. So we are good to go. So you can just select and fill to the right and you are good to go. Right, so you fill to the right, and these two you look for the sum for the entire period and fill downwards. You do the same thing, fill this one to the right so that you get the total. So this is the total cost of goods sold, the total for the period. So we'll now compute our gross profit. Mind you, your gross profit is your revenue minus your total cost of goods sold minus this, and that is your gross profit. So you fill to the right, and there you go. So we want to compute our profit margin percentage. What percentage of our revenue makes up our gross profit? So you see equals, so this is our gross profit, then you divide it by your revenue. This is your total revenue. So here it's telling us 70.3%. Wow, that's a very good one. So you can see we are at that same margin. Averagely, we can say 70.1%. That is what we are making. You can see it's 70.1 total. That is what we are making. So 70.1 of our total revenue is our gross profit, which is a good one. So let's continue and see what will be the result at the end. So let's move to our operating expenses. And our operating expenses is made up of all these items here. The selling and admin expenses, I've picked them one after the other. What I did here was just to reference them. You will notice that I just reference the cell. I just say equals to and go up because we are picking them one after the other. So we'll just reference them, right? So you can now fill this formula downwards, right? So that's just what I did. I'm just repeating the same thing. Then pick the transportation up. Good. Immediately I pick the first one, I can now copy the formula downwards. Good, 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 good. So this should be in bold because this is the total. So we really don't want this to be, we don't want the formula in here. We just want this one to be text. So that's it. So having reference this, you just copy this because there's formula in this area. Copy it and paste here, Control V. Good. So you can see we're good to go. So you can just put some commas and remove the decimals. Good. So after doing that, you fill to the right. Good. And here we go. Here we go. So you put your sum and fill to the right. We're making progress, as you can see. The main work has been done. The main work has been done. So we'll fill for the period and get the total in the total column. And here too, we fill to the right to get the total for the total column, right? So this is our total fixed selling and admin expenses, but we can call it our total operating. Let's just call it total operating expenses, all right? Just changing the terminology, but everything remains the same, right? So now our operating income, which is our EBIT, earning before interest and tax. So it's going to be equals to the gross profits, which we have here, minus the operating expenses. This is our operating profit. So you can fill to the right. Good. You can also fill to this point because it will give us the same thing, right? So what's our operating profit margin? What is our operating? Mind you, we got our gross profit, gross margin. We can call it gross profit margin. Let me just put profit margin. So these are gross profit margin. Now, what's our operating profit margin? Operating profit margin. So the operating profit margin is equals to the operating profit divided by the revenue. Operating profit divided by the total revenue. These are total revenue. Wow. So you can see from 70.3, which is our gross profit margin, which was good, to 45, meaning that we really spent good sum of amounts in operating expenses, right? So it has reduced. So meaning that we need to start looking into our operating expense, what's consuming, what are we consuming more? So, right? So from 40 to there about 45%. So we spent like close to 30 something, definitely, or let's say 20 something percent in expense. But it's not that bad, so to say, it's not that bad, but it depends on how each organization is looking at it, and this will help make decision right. So you can fill to the right. Good. Also fill to this point. Yes. So totally it's 44.46 from 70.1%. Right. So if you sum all this together, it gives you the same 44.46. Just for a second check. Now, having done that, the next thing is to get our interest expense. And remember, in our budget, in our cash budget, we borrowed money and we have to pay interest. So this is where we include that, right? So we can just reference that cell, that particular cell, interest expense in the cash budget. So you see that everything just links, right? Everything links. So you can now fill to the right. Well, this will just put the sum. You can just put the sum here. I'll prefer to have the sum. And yeah, here we go. So mind you, this is negative, right? So because it's negative, we just use the sum function and reference this operating profit, comma, then the interest expense, because the interest expense is already negative. So operating profit minus interest expense, right? So you just close the bracket and there you go. So you can now fill to the right, and you're good to go, right? So you can see our income before tax. So our tax here is supposed to be, I think I used 30. Let's use 30% just for illustration purpose, right? So we use 30% rather than 25. So 30% we say equals to this times 0.30, which is the 30%. So you are applying the 30% on your income before tax, right? Please have that in mind. Then you can fill to the right, and there you go. So this is your tax, your tax, the amount you'll be paying to the statutory body. So now we have the net income. How do we go about getting the net income? It's your income before tax minus your tax elements. Good. So this is quite interesting, and we can see the performance, how it goes, right? So having gotten that, what is our net profit margin? So this is our net income. Let's say net income margin. What is our net income margin? Our net income margin is this particular net income divided by your total revenue. And there you go, you will good to go. Right. 31%, meaning that operating profit margin is 45%. After we have removed interest and tax, we are left with 31.5%. I believe it's still a good margin, right? Still not bad, still a good margin, and but there's still room for improvements, there's still room for growth, right? So this is how you go about preparing your budgeted profit and loss statement in Excel. So looking at this, you see that a lot of things comes to mind while you're going through this. You can deep dive into figures to know what's bringing about each performance, what's bringing about each margin, right? And from there, you make decision, right? So this brings us to the end of the series, budgeting in Excel. If you have watched to this point, you should have replicated all this. You should have the same things you're seeing on the screen here. But if you have not, please, I will advise you to go back from the fourth series, which is the sales budget in Excel, up to this last series, which is the budgeted profit and loss statement. I'll advise you to go through the series, walk through it, and when you get your hands on this, you get more understanding of it, right? So do well to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload the next lesson, right? And I will be waiting for your feedback in the comment section. Thank you, and see you next.